She is the knight.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Rise of the Beast Jungle Mission Deluxe Class, Nightbird. So here we are, and there she is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. We've already seen it, but we'll show it again. I killed her. I'm so sorry. But, as usual, the figures sit right in here. Cheetor is still hanging out, waiting his turn. We got a Wheeljack. There is Nightbird, looking all Nightbirdy. Bumblebee, because reasons, things, stuff. Prime, Megatron, again, Bumblebee. Characters, things, barcodes, obligatory product shots. And that's it for, again, I'm not going to throw it because still something in there. But that's basically it for the packaging. Then, moving right along, here we have Nightbird as she appears in Rise of the Beast. And, yeah, here she is in her robot mode. She is packed in robot mode. And, yeah, as a figure, I mean, it's your basic car former, and this definitely does not do her design justice. If you look up her animation model, you know, she is way more sleeker looking, way more elegant looking than this, because they kind of made this version just kind of your basic car former, so just big hood chest, and, you know, yeah, way bigger and bulkier than she should be, but it is what it is. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at those abs, at the noggin. There's the noggin. I do quite like the head sculpt, though. I think it looks pretty good. It's nice and Nightbirdy. I can work with it. I love the metallic purple they used. That looks really good. Get some silver in there as well. Yellow for the eyes. You got some silver for the mouth plates. So head sculpt-wise, I think it actually looks pretty cool. Of course, you got the big just hood chest going on. If you can see here, it's very tiny, but she does have a tiny Terracon symbol right there. It's tiny, it's minuscule, it's wee, but it's there, it's right there. Yellow paint there for the headlights. Get the little shoulder armor pieces here, that little bit of purple, and you know, you just have that kind of like light brown color here, kind of a beigey color, whatever color, it's a color. For the rest of her body, gets more of that metallic purple here on her legs. Well, it's some black, you get some gray in there, little toesies, heelys, over the back, Nightbird booty. You know, she has kind of the folded up car there on the back there, so you got the folded up backpack, you know how it works. Wheelies. But, you know, overall, like I said, this figure really doesn't do her design a whole lot of justice. Fingers crossed that we'll get a Studio Series version that'll look a lot better, but this is what we have for now. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You can get a little bit of wiggly-waggly, but due to the shape of her little helmet there, can't get too much wiggly-waggy. You can look up a little bit of squirrel. Can't really look down. Head can rotate, but again, those helmet pieces do kind of get in the way, so you can only turn but so far, but pretty much as far as you need to. Shoulders are on the ball joint. Can do a full 360. Can move in and out. You also have that joint right at the base as well, so you kind of shift those shoulders up and down. You have rotation right at the elbow. 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrist. You do have waist rotation. Legs can go forward that far, back about that far before stuff gets in the way. Outward, get about that far again before those hip panels get in the way. You got thigh rotation. You do technically have a double jointed knee. You have a joint right here that can go back that far. You can just move this the rest of the way up. So you can get that going on. This joint can also move forward a little bit. Toesies can move inward. That's more for transformation than anything, but it's a thing that moves if you need it to move. And you have all kinds of ankle tiltage. Now, as far as accessories go, you do get this claw weapon here. Yeah. Not a whole lot to it. Very simple, very basic. And you also get a sword done in dark gray. You get the metallic purple in there, which again, love that metallic purple. Really pops. You can store all this on her back if you want to. You can, if you wish. You can split this into two pieces, and this will just plug into either side here, and you can take the sword, and there are two tabs right here. There are slots in the sword itself. So you can take all this and just store it. Oops. Store it on her back. Have that going on. Hooray for storage, but of course you can have her wielding her weapons, as a warrior should. You can just take this, plug this onto these ports on her forearms. You can plug it on either side, do what you want. Plug the sword in there so she can hack, hack, claw, claw, hack, hack, claw, claw, and all of that good stuff right there. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here she is with Bumblebee and RC with her box mate Wheeljack. And we'll bring in the other Terracons here, and we'll just have a nice little family photo with Scourge, Battle Trap, a little Freezer, so you can see how they all look together. So there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode. And again, you know, it doesn't do her design justice. It just, you know, again, hopefully we'll get a Studio Series version that'll look a lot better. This is, again, as a basic car former, sure, it works. But for Nightbird, just kind of as something trying to replicate her design in the movie, yeah, it doesn't really work too well. But it is what it is. But let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So the first thing we're going to do is just take her chest and just bring it up and over her head. You want to bring it all the way back so you can take this section here of the hood and close it up. And you can bring that back down like so. Then you're going to take the arms, rotate them down, make sure these shoulder pad pieces are pushed all the way in, and then just bring the arms in, and they will sit in there like so. Now, as far as the legs go, the instructions are wrong in what they're telling you to do. Now, for the record, these little hip panels, you can pull them out. You can't rotate them, so if you want these things to be posable and kind of move them out of the way a bit more, you can totally do so. But they're supposed to be in for robot mode. But the instructions tell you to push these in for vehicle mode, and no, that is wrong. You want to pull these out for vehicle mode. That's how you want that working. So you want to pull these out. And then you want to rotate the leg 180 at the thigh. You want to take your little toesies, put them in, and then flip this all the way up like so. And what you're going to do here is you're going to basically fold the leg up like so. You can bring kind of roof section up, kind of get it out of the way. So you want to just rotate the leg up and collapse this all up like that, and rotating this as you do so. Keeping everything in place. You can kind of move this out of the way so you can see what you're doing. And you're going to basically just line all of this up right here. It takes a little bit of doing, but you just get in place. And you want that sitting flush like that. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Second burst, as always, just like the first. So rotate, push the toesies in, flip that foot all the way up. And again, just rotate that leg in. Bring this panel down, rotate and rotate. You're rotating as you're rotating. It's a double rotation. It's a double turn, as they say in wrestling. So there you go. Just line all that up, and that'll sit like that. And then you just want to bring this roof section down. There is a little hook tab that will go in under here. So just line all that up. And line all that up. And you got that done. So now for the backpack, all you're doing is just bringing this all the way up and bring this down like so, and this will just clip over these sections here. So just clippity clip, clippity clip, clippity clip, and clippity clip like so. And there you got the back of the car all done. And the last thing you're doing is just closing up these door panels right here. Now there is a little post that will go into a port right there, and you also have a tab on the forearm that will go into this slot right here. And if you have everything lined up just right, it should just drop right in and sit nice and flush. So again, do it on the other side, just drop that in, and everything should drop in, sit nice and flush. Get all nice and squozen, and there you go. There you have a Nightbird in her alt mode. Good spin. Good spin. But there she is. It's not a bad looking car mode. I mean, it's definitely, I believe, not accurate to the actual car that's used in the movie. But, you know, licenses, you need them. You don't have them, you can't recreate the car. So it is what it is. You know, it's business. It's all business. But, you know, like this brown is not supposed to be on the hood. I mean, you know, it is what it is, but it's a decent looking car mode though. But we'll get in close here so we can take a look at the details. Of course, all of this we saw on the chest, but you got some of that nice metallic purple there on the hood. You can see the side view mirrors there, also done in that purple. The rim's also done in that purple. Unfortunately, the clip here kind of ruins the look, but you can always maybe, you know, find a color that'll match and paint that. At least camouflage that a little bit. The windshields and windows just painted black. And you got the taillights picked out and a little bit of red. And there is the top, there is the bottom. You do have the visible hair syndrome. It's there, but she does roll, as rolling things should. Hooray, hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here she is with RC, with Bumblebee, with Wheeljack, and here she is with Scourge and Battletrap. And hey, we'll recreate that picture from the set. There we go. And you can see how they look together. So, there you go. Now, as far as accessories go, you can store her weapons on the alt mode, and I think this is quite clever. I like how they did this. So what you can do is, you can split the claw weapon, and again, they just plug in right back here, like so, and like so. And then you take the sword, and now the sword will plug in up top, like that, and the sword becomes a spoiler for the car. I like that. I personally think that's pretty clever. I dig that. I personally really dig that. So, hey, nice way to use the weapons. I appreciate it. I like it. So, there you go. So there you have Nightbird, and yeah, it's okay. As a basic car former, it's fine. But as far as recreating Nightbird's, you know, sleek, slender design, it fails miserably. It's just too big and bulky, and it just doesn't do the character model justice. The transformation works pretty well. Getting the legs where they need to go can be a little bit fiddly, a little bit of fiddle factor there, but nothing to a frustrating degree. I really do appreciate the weapon integration into the vehicle mode, just having everything become the spoiler. I honestly think that's quite clever. But overall, the figure is, it's aight. It's aight. It's nothing spectacular. It's nothing mind-blowing. It's okay. Again, I hope we'll get a Studio Series version that'll do a better job. I hope, fingers crossed, but, you know, we'll see what happens. So, there you go. Now, again, this 3-pack is a Target exclusive, so check your local Targets, check Target.com. I believe you can get these at Hasbro Pulse as well. You can also get Rise of the Beast figures from BigBadToyStore.com, as always linked in the description down below, so you can check that out. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers, a buzzworthy Bumblebee Rise of the Beast Jungle Mission Deluxe Class Nightbird. That is still a lot of words. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Big Geek, be proud, palm in your face. Where is Wave? I haven't seen him. I don't like this. I feel uneasy, like someone's watching me. Nah, I'm sure it's fine. Help me! Nah, I'm sure everything's fine.